Hey, there you are. So glad you made it here. Well, today I want to show you what I've been working on. I've been doing quite a bit of resin casting. I've been trying to make some gearboxes for the rower Whirligig out of resin, and also the gears. But anyway, let me show you what I'm working on here. I hope everybody's safe and well. Well, originally, what I started with was this. I made a wooden pattern because I wanted to try to cast the gearbox out of aluminum. So I made this wooden pattern, but once I got going, I tried it once and I figured out these holes, you'd have to make a solid core to put inside. There's a way to do it, but it's just a big hassle. So I gave up on that idea because I got to looking at that and it looked like a just regular channel. So I thought, well, maybe I could buy some aluminum channel and I can make a jig that'll allow me to drill those holes exactly where I need them. That'd be a lot better. You can see I didn't even get this hole in the center here. It's all cattywampus. So I gave up on that, but I did make a mold of this, out of silicone. You see that in there? Boy, it's tough to get it out of here because you got to get it past these pillars. And it takes a little bit of strength and a little bit of prying and a little cussing too. But it does work. You need a lot of mold release sprayed in there. So lube it up good if you make a mold with something like that. So then I started casting some resin, polyurethane resin castings of that mold, and I made some gearboxes. This kind of yellow stuff is called Tough Cast. It's called Tough Cast 65D polyurethane casting resin. So that's this color. And I also have this stuff is a little bit flexible. Let's see if I got anything that I can flex. I can feel it. It's more flexible than this white stuff. This white stuff is completely rigid. So, and the white stuff is the Resin-Cast 50. So I made some gearboxes and I put one together here so you could see that it does work. That's this Resin-Cast 50 I just showed you. It's got all the bearings in it and everything. So I checked all the gearboxes that I made and they all seemed to work. I put the gears in there and everything and made sure everything worked the way it was supposed to. So I think I got a pretty decent mold. So that's you know, a big obstacle out of the way if you want to make a rower Whirligig. It's this gearbox. I ordered some clear resin because I think I want to cast these out of clear resin so you can watch the gears work. But it hasn't arrived yet. So I'm not going to put these gearboxes on sale in my Etsy shop yet. I think I'll wait till I get that clear casting resin and I'll sell a clear version. But if anybody is watching this video and really wants to make a rower, contact me through the comments and you know, we'll work something out. Alright, and what else I was working on was I wanted to try to cast the gears for the rower. So this is the Tough Cast, and here's the white ones. they came out nice. The only thing is attaching to the shaft. You know, the metal gears, you got little set screws, so you can do that. And I tried that with this, and it's just not tough enough to take a screw and keep it on there tight. So, and I even tried to cast them out of metal, out of zinc. I made a mold here, but my first attempt was a total failure. A lot of weird shrinkage, distortion. I think when the silicone got hot or something, I'm not sure what happened. But it's not even close. You can't fix that. So I kind of given up on the gears for now. Maybe I might be able to find a better, something super hard, some kind of metal epoxy or something. I even made some out of JB Weld. I haven't tapped these yet and tried them to see how that works. But I did that. And the other thing that I've been casting is I made a mold of this plastic wheel. This is for the Caterpillar Whirligig. I've been trying to cast some plastic wheels to replace these wooden ones. You know, I want something I can mass produce. And I also came up with a wheel like that, and I put a little plastic piece on there for attaching that to the shaft. Maybe you could drill a 1/16 inch hole through that and the shaft, and put a little 1/16 inch piece of brass rod through there and pin it on there. So that's the way these are. I probably don't need all this protrusion, but anyway, I'm just kind of experimenting around, and I try to cast them out of metal. I don't have the mold right here, but I made one of these type of molds, high temperature silicone molds, and these came out okay, but it's kind of heavy. I'm not too sure about that. Okay. Well, one last thing to talk about is, you know, some days like today, it's really windy out there, and you don't want to work outside, so I need some kind of project to keep working on. So I cast another one of these peaches whirligigs. Oops. I hit the wings. And everything all in there. All cast. But it just needs a little sanding and get it ready for the powder coating. I got some weird, I'll show you what I got on there. High temp metal repair, thermo steel. So that's what I'm filling all my voids with. Strength increases with heat. Well, that's all I got for today, friends. I sure appreciate you stopping by. If you want one of these rower gearboxes, contact me in the comment section, and we'll figure out something. I just got a few prototypes I'm willing to sell right now, but I will be having these gearboxes for sale in my Etsy shop, hopefully in clear resin, very soon, with the bearings. I think I'll sell them with the bearings. Okay, so that's that. And I don't know if everybody's following my RV renovation, but I've got it all down to the frame, and I wire brushed all the rust, and then I applied some rust treatment to the rust, and then I applied some rubberized undercoating to it. So the frame is all ready to go, but I cut off the back bumper because it was really, on one end it was like crinkled in, and I get some sideways crinkling, kind of weird. the way it was crinkled. It must have been stationary and something ran into it. So anyway, it was all messed up, and I I figured there's no way I'm going to be able to work on it on the vehicle. So I cut the bumper off at the welds. So I'll just be re-welding it where it was welded before. And I got it in the backyard and pounded the crap out of it until it finally surrendered, and the wrinkles all decided to lay flat. I sure had fun pounding on it. Anyway, I'm almost done with that. I need to weld it back together and do some final straightening, and then I'm gonna try to powder coat it using and curing the powder coat with heat lamps. That's going to be an experiment for me. So I'd like to powder coat that bumper so it's got a nice tough coating on it. I watched a few YouTube videos about it, but I need to do a little more research. It's possible to cure that powder coat with a heat lamp. So I just got to play around and figure out how to do it. Lots of fun stuff going on here in Wishram, I'll tell you what. I sure am having fun. I hope you are too. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you down the trail. I got the bumper off this morning, just a few minutes ago. It's sitting over here. I took it off because it looked like 10 miles of bad road here. I'm not sure what happened there. So, that doesn't look too bad there. But it looks pretty bad on that side. Up and pound on it. See what I can do. I cut it off. I cut one side off with a hacksaw. I cut the other side off with a cutoff wheel, and the cutoff wheel was a lot easier. I recommend that. It came right off here. The bumper came right off here. I just cut it at the welds. Coating on yesterday. It's still pretty messy. Sure makes everything look brand new though. Got rid of all the rusty stuff. Check out what this Whirligig's doing. I got the length just the right length. Acting funny. That's some real kicking there. I was having a heck of a time with that linkage. I kept getting it too short, and it would get stuck with the legs all the way up there. But somehow I got it just the right length now. Odd action. Right in the sweet spot there.